Gentleman's in today. The other frozen stiff. Thank goodness it's getting warmer. However, there is a distinct chill in the air today. Really, I didn't notice it.
Yes, I think my wife was correct. There's a definite chill in the air.
Oh, can I get you anything else?
No, thank you, Stella. We'll be fine for now.
All right.
You seem calm this morning.
Only in the presence. Help.
They could hear you clear across the harbor last night. You screamed like a fishwife.
And you think my anger was unjustified, Alan? I learned that my husband is having an affair. And his mistress has given birth. So now he has an illegitimate son. So when I plan for a divorce, he storms into this house and proceeds to call me every name in the book.
All of which you earned. Now I suggest that we forget about last night and we start discussing a divorce in a civilized manner.
I'm not discussing anything. All the talking is going to be done through my attorney.
Then I suggest that you tell your attorneys they're going to be facing the best lawyers that money can buy. And you better be ready for enormous fees, Monica, because a nasty divorce like this can go on for a long time. Now, what normally happens is one of the parties drops out because they go broke.
Well, that certainly wouldn't happen to you.
That's correct.
Well, then I shall just face bankruptcy with joy. Because while we're battling it out, I shall sit back and watch your reputation just crumble.
I should watch out for your own reputation, Monica. Your skirts are filthy from rolling in the gutter. Now, let's cut it out. Let's come to terms with each other and stop trying to hurt other people.
Well, it isn't just your reputation I'm after, you see. Susan and her baby are also going to be my targets.
Then I'm sure the world will love to hear the heartwarming story of how I found out that my son indeed was my son. That you try to tell me belonged to Rick Weber. Come on, Monica, come off it. How are you going to get the press to print what you want?
Well, probably by paying a lot of money.
I can pay them more.
Alan, you are the most despicable...
Next to you, Monica. Next to you.
About even, aren't we? I can do as much damage to you as you can do to me.
Well, my, I got a rational response out of you.
Except for one thing.
Ah, there's something I don't know about.
Exactly. Your father happens to be on my side.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Would you like to tell me why?
My name is Quartermain. I don't like it. I mean, I'd love to drop it, but... You see, at the moment, it seems to be working a lot better for me than the name Susan Moore. And your father is going to be on the side of the Quartermain wives, rather than mistresses.
Good morning. Well...
Morning, Mother.
What a disappointing sight. New York autumn and no lovely russet colors.
Listen, let me call Stella.
Yeah, no, please don't. Coffee will be fine. I'm really not hungry.
How are you, darling? I'm so sorry I didn't see you last night. I came by your bedroom and you were asleep.
Well, it was a very tiring flight. How is Alan, Jr.?
Oh, he's doing very well. Remarkable. I called the hospital, but actually, I want to see for myself. Would you excuse me?
Of course, darling.
Dad get home all right?
Yes. Early this morning by ambulance. He's resting now, but he looked fine to me.
Yes, well, it wasn't anything very serious, just a mild upper respiratory infection.
Oh, good. I'm glad. The weather, no doubt.
Yes.
Alan, I want to talk to you. I couldn't help hearing...
I wish I were a poet.
Well, you're not.
Well, I can always wish. It's much nicer weather than we've been having, right?
Yes, sit down, Dad. I'll get Stella.
No, thank you. Don't bother. They gave me something they called a breakfast before they released me.
Where's Alex?
Look, Mother, we've got some news about Alex. It's not good.
Well, what happened?
I don't know how to tell you this, Mother. We've lost her.
Lost her? I don't understand.
She was involved in a dreadful accident on an island off the coast of Venezuela, and I'm afraid she's dead, Mother.
Dead? Oh, no, Alan, no.
I'm afraid it's true, dear.
Oh, my lovely, beautiful Alex. How terrible.
We'll arrange a memorial service for her, Mother. There's nothing else we can do.
Yes, do that. I'd like to see my family together again. Perhaps it'll be for the last time.
Mother, I can't tell you how sorry I am to have brought this bad news to you. Alex's body will be flown home. We'll bury her here in Port Charles.
That beautiful young girl.
I think you'll feel better after a memorial service. Shall we keep it just in the family?
I think that's best.
But Alex had so many friends.
Lila, she was first and foremost a businesswoman. You can't be as successful as Alex was and still have very many friends. In fact, she was involved in some very unsavory things before she left. If the world doesn't know about it now, it very soon will.
I see. Just another of those little items to be tucked away in the Quartermain closet.
Exactly.
You can't help but wonder in what state Alex left the family finances.
Yes, and who will inherit her ELQ stocks?
She must have had a will. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, please. Must we have this discussion?
I'm afraid so, Lila.
You tell me all this bad news, and then you go on to talk about money.
Well, I was fond of Alex, too. Very fond. But money is money. I have to talk to Lee Baldwin at once.
Are you sure your son's going to be all right?
He's fine, Mother, really.
I want to see him. A child can be very comforting at a time like this.
So you shall. So you shall. He'll be home in a few days.
Well, Lee said that he had Alex's will.
Oh, good.
I told him to have it read as soon as possible. I'm very curious to know what she's done.
Yes.
Edward, really? What's the matter with you two? You're dismissing Alex's death as though she meant nothing to you.
Mother, that's not true.
And what was that horrible argument I heard this morning?
What argument was that?
You know what I mean. That nasty divorce that you and Monica seem determined to get.
Hello, Monica. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How is your son? I hear he's been in the hospital.
Oh, thank you for asking. He's much better. Thank heavens. Scared me to death, I have to say.
I'm sure he did. Please, sit down.
Thank you.
So, tell me, what is it that brings you here?
What brings me here is that I need a lawyer with a lot of skill and a lot of courage.
Well, if you need courage as well as skill, it sounds like a difficult case.
A nasty, too, possibly.
Who's our opponent?
My husband. I want a divorce. Can you represent me?
I think so. As you know, I did at one point represent the Quartermains, but that was quite a while back. I don't think there's a conflict of interest now.
Well, that's good. Because I need you to be totally on my side.
You know, I didn't really like it much when Edward hired me to handle a few family affairs and then dropped me. This just might be a case with a challenge I'll enjoy. What is it that you want out of the divorce?
Full custody of my son.
And how do you think that you can get that?
The fact that my husband has a mistress, that he has a child by that mistress, that he wants to marry that woman, I would think that would be grounds to give me custody of my son, wouldn't you?
Monica, the outcome of a divorce is a lot like the weather in Port Charles lately. It's unpredictable.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
I was hoping to hear that I could get my divorce and that I could raise my son all by myself.
Monica, you said that you wanted a lawyer with skill and courage. I'm sure you also want an honest one. I cannot guarantee that you'll win. Nowadays, the only way that a woman can get total custody of her child is if she can prove the father is unfit.
I can prove that Alan tried to murder me and Rick Weber.
Well, that certainly might tend to make the court feel that Alan was an unfit person. And I might be able to persuade them that an unfit person is an unfit parent.
Look, Zelda, you know as well as I do. I had an affair with Rick. I thought for quite a while I was carrying his child. Unfortunately, I wasn't. And when Alan found out, that's when he tried to kill both of us. I still have the gun that he was going to use.
You said that it was going to get nasty. How right you were. But, Monica, Alan is a quartermain, and he's going to strike back hard if you use any of this.
Zelda, he just may not go so far.
Why shouldn't he?
Well, that's where the mistress and the baby come in.
Ah, scandal.
Every tabloid in the country.
The quartermains aren't going to like it.
Why do you think I'm threatening them with it?
That statement that you made about Alan trying to kill you, that could be a double-edged sword. Suppose that Alan decides to use your affair with Rick Weber to dirty your reputation. You're a doctor. Your practice could suffer.
I'll just have to risk that.
And how would you feel if Alan decides to hurt you by slinging mud at Rick Weber?
I won't like that. I won't like that at all.
But you're still determined to go through with this.
All the way. I make a fairly good salary, Zelda. I will pay you anything you want to get me my divorce and my child.
No turning back.
The only meaning in my life is my son.
Mother, I don't really think that we should be discussing Monaco divorce or anything else. You've had enough bad news. Not until after we...
No.
Mother, you're making it worse for yourself.
I want to know.
Oh, tell her, Alan. Get it over with.
All right, I've fallen in love with a young woman I believe you've met. Her name's Susan Moore.
Yes, I think I remember her.
I don't think it's surprising I would turn to another woman. Monica's never been a wife to me. I don't think that she ever wanted to be.
Yet you had a child with her.
Alan Jr. is not my only child. Susan has had a son by me.
Seems to run in the family.
You make it sound like a disease.
For wives, it's certainly not pleasant.
Look, Mother, Susan is a very fine woman, and she's asked absolutely nothing of me. But unfortunately, Monica knows about everything. And so she wants a divorce. As a matter of fact, she's demanded one.
She's a very angry woman at the moment. She's threatening a scandal.
Well, I can't say I blame her.
Well, I hope you don't repeat that to Monica.
I may, because I think you've behaved disgracefully.
I think he's acting like a damn fool, but I want you to keep out of this, Lila.
It's family business,
No.
Edward.
This is worldly business, and you know nothing about that. You're much happier ordering the gardener around or planning an art show or a party for the bridge club. Now, isn't that right, Lila?
Coffee.
Thank you. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'll get it. Well, it was terrible news about Alex. I was telling Edward how sorry I am.
I don't think Mother will get over it.
I think the memorial service will help.
I understand my father has asked for a public reading of the will.
Well, yes, he has asked me. But even Edward Quartermain doesn't get what he wants all the time.
Obviously, they told you about Alex.
Yes, they did.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I really am. I don't know. I thought maybe I should tell you, but actually it would be better for Alan to tell you himself.
I still don't know where or why.
I don't either. I don't. I just... Oh, gosh, I don't know. I know that you were... Well, you were closer to Alex than almost anybody was.
Well, she never had a mother during most of her life. It was such fun watching her dress up in those costumes of hers and making those grand entrances and exits. She reminded me of my own daughter.
Oh, no. I know you loved her very much.
I did. Monica, I had a talk with Alan when you were gone.
Yeah?
I know about it, Monica.
I see you know about the divorce.
Yes.
Do you know about Susan Moore?
Yes, dear. I'm so sorry, Monica. It must be terrible for you.
Well, actually, no. Well, it isn't. As you see, I, usually in this situation, get my divorce.
I suppose you don't want any advice.
It's advice from you, you know I do.
Well, be careful.
Of what?
Of Alan and Edward. When they get angry, they can be very dangerous to a woman.
Well, there you see, Lila, how times have changed. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself, and I'll take care of Alan.
I really would like to have the will read soon.
Well, I know you would, Edward. I'm sure it would make it a bit easier for you to manipulate your stock.
Well, I can see you're on to me. Okay, if you don't want to read the will, maybe you could give us a hint or two as to what's in it.
Oh, sure. And wind up before the ethics committee.
Just for hinting?
Oh, you can get into a lot of trouble for a lot less than that.
I don't really think it's a big deal. I'm sure that Alex left all of the major assets to my father.
Oh, certainly. As a Quartermain, she believed that the Quartermain should own most of the stocks.
Edward, I'll move it along as fast as I can, I promise you. But no hints.
Okay, fair enough. You're a fine lawyer, Lee. I thank you for standing up to me.